Every day, we access energy for cooling, lighting, and powering our electrical appliances and devices at work and at home. During cooler months, we rely less on cooling appliances such as fans and air conditioners. However, during warmer months, as the temperature and humidity rises, we use more energy to cool our spaces, and our appliances and electrical devices work harder than they do during the rest of the year. When the months become hotter, let's all practice energy conservation. Here are a few changes that you can make to manage your energy use. Check that all appliances and electrical devices are working efficiently. Turn lights off when not in the room. Unplug chargers, appliances when not in use. Turn off fans and TVs. Use energy-saving light bulbs such as LEDs. And look for the Energy Star products when purchasing appliances and electrical devices. These easy changes can reduce energy use and costs. You can also monitor your energy use during the month by reading your meter and calculating the reading using BEL's bill calculator on our mobile app or by visiting our website. Let's all save energy.
Welcome to Zyva Beauty, Style and Beauty, all in one place. Your one-stop shop for all things fabulous. Discover a stunning collection of makeup palettes, trendy accessories, sunglasses, adorable purses for adults and kids, mommy and daughter dresses, luscious lip glosses, glamorous eyelashes, and so much more. Hey gorgeous, walk in or book your appointment today and let us help you unleash your inner beauty. We offer expert beauty services such as powder brows, lash lifts, lash extensions, lip micropigmentation, and rejuvenating facials. Find us on Pescador Drive next to Caramba Restaurant. Call 605-9256 or message us on Facebook. Zyva Beauty.
Whoa. We don't use it around here. I have my own bag.
We're gonna get one of those.
Buenos dias, good morning. Hello everybody in tune to Reef Radio and Reef TV this morning. A pleasant good morning to you. Welcome to another episode of Good Mornings and Pedro. For today, it's a beautiful, wet Tuesday morning. The rain has been on since yesterday, so I'm hoping that if you're out there already getting to work, you have on your raincoat, boots, or an umbrella. Stay dry, right? We are about to start our programming for today. This one is Good Morning San Pedro, and we want to start the morning right by taking a look at the general weather forecast with information coming from our friends at the National Met Service. So we start there. According to information as of 6 a.m. this morning from the Met Office, it says that the general situation calls for moist and unstable conditions to continue to linger. In the next 24-hour forecast, cloudy to overcast skies today and tonight. Some outbreaks of showers, thunderstorms, and periods of rain will continue to affect the country, but more so over central and northern areas. In marine conditions, the winds will be blowing from the east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The sea state is moderate to rough, and waves can be expected anywhere between 4 and 7 feet. The temperatures in the coast will peak at 84 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and fall to 76 degrees Fahrenheit tonight, while inland, the highs will peak at 86 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and getting cooler at night at 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And then our friends in the hills, they will enjoy some 78 degrees Fahrenheit at the max during the day and a cooler 67 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. Small craft caution. Here it says occasionally gusty winds and locally rough seas near heavy showers and thunderstorms. Operators of small crafts are advised to monitor the situation and also to exercise caution. Excessive rainfall is likely over the entire country during the next 24 hours, especially over central and northern areas. So, residents, especially those living in flood-prone areas, are advised to monitor the weather situation carefully. Stay tuned to our forecast updates and for details on flooding from the National Hydrological Service of Belize. The outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night is for cloudy spells along with a few outbreaks of showers, thunderstorms, and periods of rain. In the tides, a high tide comes in at 10:09 this morning, followed by a low tide at 3:57 p.m. this afternoon, and then another high tide comes in at 9:46 p.m. tonight. A low tide follows tomorrow at 4:46 before sunrise. Today, the sun rose at 5:44 a.m. this morning, even though we couldn't see it because it's raining in San Pedro and basically all across the country. The sun will set this evening at 5:36 p.m., while the moon will set at... Actually, the moon set already at 6:06 this morning, and it will rise at 6:03 p.m. this evening, almost right immediately after the sun sets. About 30 minutes after the sun sets, the moon will rise at 6:03 p.m. So we want to say thank you to forecaster on duty Catherine Kumbach at the National Met Service for this latest general forecast for us here in Belize. And as you know, we always provide with you an elongated forecast. We always check the 4-day forecast. So we want to start off with Wednesday. Wednesday, it says a few showers, thunderstorms, and periods of rain will be the forecast. The winds will be blowing from the east at 5 to 15 knots. In the coast, the temperatures will rise to 84 degrees Fahrenheit during the day on Wednesday, but it will fall to 76 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Inland, 86 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, 72 degrees Fahrenheit in the night. And then on Thursday, a few showers or isolated thunderstorms decreasing. Okay, and the temperatures will rise to 87 degrees Fahrenheit in the coast during the day and falls to 78 degrees Fahrenheit during the night. Inland, they can expect the temperatures to peak at 92 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, but falls to 72 degrees Fahrenheit in the night. And then on Friday, we check out Friday. It says isolated showers or isolated thunderstorms. The coast will experience 88 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, 79 degrees Fahrenheit at night, while inland 94 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, 73 degrees Fahrenheit in the night. And completing the 4-day forecast, Saturday, isolated showers or isolated thunderstorms increasing slightly at night. In the coast, 88 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, 78 degrees Fahrenheit at night. And inland, 94 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, 72 degrees Fahrenheit at night. And that completes the 4-day forecast with information coming from our friends at the National Met Service of Police. We say thank you to them, because without that update, we can't plan our day, right? And it's raining, so things are happening and we need to be well planned out. And then we have also now information from our friends at the National Hurricane Center. So let's check that update quickly. It says here, Disturbance 1, 90% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. This is in the Central Tropical Atlantic, AL95. Showers and thunderstorms are gradually becoming better organized in association with an area of low pressure located a little more than 1,000 miles east of the Windward Islands. If these trends continue, advisories will likely be initiated on a tropical depression later today. The system is expected to move quickly west-northwestward across the Central Tropical Atlantic and then move near or north of the northern Leeward Islands on Thursday and Friday. Interest there should continue to monitor its progress. For more information on this system, including gale warnings, you can check out the high seas forecast issued by the National Weather Service in the U.S. Formation chance through 48 hours, high 90%. Formation chance through the next 7 days, high also 90%. That's disturbance 1, but apparently it should be going away from us. And then, as you know, yesterday we were experiencing some heavy rains, and that was because of another disturbance, disturbance 2. 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. It's now located in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. A trough of low pressure located over the Yucatan Peninsula is producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. The system is expected to emerge over the Bay of Campeche later today, and some slow development is possible before it moves inland over southern Mexico late Wednesday or early Thursday. Regardless of development, areas of heavy rain and gusty winds are likely across portions of the Yucatan Peninsula, Belize, and southern Mexico during the next couple of days. Formation chance through the next 48 hours, very low, 10%. Formation chance through the next 7 days, also low, 10%. And that explains why we are having immense showers today, well, since yesterday. Thanks to our friends at the National Hurricane Center for that weather update. So now we understand then that the weather is due because of this system. Thankfully, it has moved away from Belize, but because of its situation, then we will be continuing to experience the same weather for the next couple of days, as we heard in the National Met Service of Belize's report earlier. It is now 10 minutes after 7 o'clock, my friends. It's that time of the day when we take a break to say happy birthday to all of you celebrating your birthdays today. So if it is your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday. We want to take time to say happy birthday to you from all of us here working at Reef Radio and Reef TV. For you, we have Las Mañanitas.
Son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. Hoy por ser tu cumpleaños te las cantamos a ti. Despierta, mi bien, despierta. Mira que ya amaneció. Ya los pajaritos cantan, la luna ya se metió.
And there you have it, las mañanitas for each one of you celebrating your birthday today on the 7th day of October. Can you imagine we already have 7 days in the month of October? And again, we want to join voices as one team here at Reef Radio and TV to say happy birthday. May your day be filled with joy and laughter and all your favorite shows on Reef TV Channel 20 Coral Cable Vision, right? And of course, your favorite songs on Reef Radio 92.3 FM. We're going to take a short commercial break right now, my friends. When we come back, we will continue with the show Good Morning San Pedro, and we will be having some guests on couch to have an interesting conversation. Don't go away. This is Good Morning San Pedro.
On 8 October 2025, voters of Key Cocker Village in the Belize Rural South Electoral Division will have an opportunity to be a part of history by voting in a referendum. It is your decision and choice to vote. Exercise it. Let your decision be your choice. Disabled, elderly, and pregnant women will be given priority. The voter enters the polling station and shows her voter identification card. The poll clerk announces her name in an audible voice. The first poll clerk verifies the particulars of the voter on the voters list, while the second poll clerk verifies the particulars in the electoral binder. The voter's name is then ruled off from the voters list. The voter is then required to show her right index finger to ensure that she has not yet voted. The voter's right finger is then dipped up to the first joint in the indelible ink. The voter is then directed to the presiding officer, who initials a ballot paper and issues it to the voter. The voter then proceeds to the polling booth and marks a cross in the box of her choice on the right-hand side of the ballot paper. When the voter has marked her vote, she folds the ballot paper so as to conceal the vote, shows the presiding officer her initials, and then places the ballot paper inside the ballot box. The voter then exits the polling station. Remember, you are permitted to vote for a yes or no choice only. Electors are encouraged to take along their voter identification card to their polling station to facilitate the process. Your ballot paper will be considered void and not counted if it does not have the presiding officer's initial, the voter has voted for more than one choice, the ballot paper is not marked for any choice, the ballot paper contains any writing or marking that can identify the voter, and the ballot paper is unmarked or void for uncertainty. Let your choice be your voice. A message brought to you by the Election and Boundaries Department.
Citizens of Belize, your country is under attack. This coming Wednesday, there is a referendum in Cape Cocker voting to legalize marijuana. We need to say no. If you know anybody in Cape Cocker, and you do, have them vote no this Wednesday. They can't sit idle. We don't want this country to go up in smoke. All the things we've worked for, no matter what kind of justification they say, it doesn't make sense. We'll tax and regulate the industry. But then what? All the money you got to spend on keeping people from committing crime and the kids who are educated to keep their minds? It doesn't make sense to say that, well, it's already being used, so it's illegal, let's make it legal. Murder is illegal, and it happens, but should we legalize murder? No. People need to vote no this Wednesday, and it's a big deal because you don't want a drug cartel operating on an island in next to San Pedro, or anywhere in Belize, huh? So here's the pastoral statement on the Cape Cocker marijuana referendum from the diocese. As the people of Cape Cocker prepare for the upcoming referendum on the legalization of marijuana, the Roman Catholic Diocese of Belize City, Belmopan offers this guidance. The voice of the church remains steady. As Christians and citizens, we are called to protect life, defend families, and pursue the common good in our beloved nation. Belize. The Catholic tradition reminds us that our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 19 to 20. Pope St. John Paul II warned that drug abuse impoverishes every community where it exists. Pope Francis has spoken just as clearly against attempts to legalize recreational drugs, declaring that drug addiction is an evil, and with evil there can be no yielding or compromise. He warned that legalization is highly questionable and fails to solve the problem. Instead, he urged us to say yes to life, yes to love, yes to others, yes to education, yes to greater job opportunities. For this reason, Belize cannot afford to legalize marijuana. Experience in other countries shows that the harm that follows if legalized, marijuana will, 1, harm our youth, making drugs seem normal, lowering learning ability, and increasing dropouts. 2, damage families, impairing parents, fueling violence and weakening bonds of love and care. 3, threaten health, leading to more addiction, depression, accidents, and mental illness. 4, undermine tourism, driving away family visitors and replacing them with drug seekers. 5, strengthen crime, giving cartels and black markets more opportunities to profit. 6, corrode moral values, sending the message that intoxicants are acceptable, even desirable. As followers of Christ, we are called not to escape life, but to embrace it. Marijuana does not build Belize up. It tears Belize down. For these reasons, the diocese calls on all Catholic faithful and people of goodwill in Cape Caulker to form their conscience and vote no. 2 letters, N-O, in the referendum. This is a civic duty and a moral responsibility to protect our children, preserve our families, and keep Belize a jewel, not a casualty of drug culture. Let us pray together for wisdom and unity in this moment of decision. Now, this message will go out to all Belizeans. Anybody who knows anybody at Cape Caulker, contact them. This is super important. It starts just with a little place, and it can infect the whole country. You all know somebody in Cape Caulker. Contact them Wednesday, October 8th. Vote no to protect this country, our children, our families, our lives, our culture, this country. Amen.
Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. Open-air restaurant serving Central American and Caribbean cuisine. Hidden Treasure serves dinner Wednesday to Monday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Located in the Escalante neighborhood 1.5 miles south of San Pedro town. Hidden Treasure offer a romantic and elegant dining experience. Make early reservations and ask for free shuttle service. Some restrictions apply. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge, the perfect place to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, rehearsal dinners, and much more. Come, experience fine dining in an enchanting atmosphere. Live music every Thursday by a renowned Belizean singer and keyboard player. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge. Telephone 226-4111 or 4236. Visit them at www.hiddentreasurebelize.com or on the socials. Hidden Treasure Restaurant and Lounge, San Pedro, Belize.
Welcome to Caribbean Sprinter. We're honored to be your water transportation choice in Belize. Caribbean Sprinter is the fastest, most reliable water transport in the country. Our ferries are equipped with everything you'll need for your island hopping adventures, local transport, and vacation needs. We're proud to have the most advanced ticketing and reservation system in the country. We offer multiple sailings daily between Belize City, Cape Caulker, and San Pedro. Our checked luggage tracking system allows you to rest at ease and enjoy the beautiful views during your journey. We take pride in maintaining and servicing our vessels to make sure we're always on time and ready for your next trip. Once again, thank you for choosing Caribbean Sprinter and welcome aboard. We look forward to your next voyage with us.
Pampered Paws, your pet experts. Calm, confident canines. We offer daycare and boarding services with playtime and multiple beach park walks designed to have your dogs socialize and fulfilled. Pickups and drop-offs available. Grooming. Complete grooming services include bath, trim, nail, and ear cleaning. Results that will take your breath away. We also do house calls. Beach Power Walks, a 2-mile structured park walk designed to mentally and physically stimulate your companion. Don't forget our hands-on professional dog training services to make your dog a better behaved pet. Check out our full line of pet supplies. Pampered Paws, your pet experts. Calm, confident canines.
Welcome back, my friends, to Good Morning San Pedro. We check the clock. It's 23 minutes after 7 this morning here inside the studios of Reef Radio and Reef TV. And like we promised before the break, we will be having an interesting conversation this morning. Bet you did not know this, but for the first time in the history of Belize, there is this special conference that is coming to our country, and it will be held here on the island of San Pedro. And for us, we have representatives from the Belize Water Service to speak to us about the details of this interesting conference coming in about 2 weeks. We have with us Rashida Castillo. She's the CFO at Belize Water Services. And we also have Kira Clark, who is the conference chair, who also forms part of this planning committee. So we want to welcome both of you ladies to Good Morning San Pedro. Thank you very much for making that long trip from Belize City to the island. I'm so sorry that it's because of the thunderstorm you didn't get to enjoy the night. We want to say welcome to Good Morning San Pedro, and we just want you to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the work that you do.
Okay, yes. So good morning. My name is Rashida Castillo. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for Belize Water Services Limited, and of course, CFO, that tells you all, it deals with the money part of the company.
All right.
Yes, and I am Kira Clark, Senior Administrative Assistant for Belize Water Services and the conference chair for the CWWE conference this year. The conference planning chair.
Mm-hmm. And we're talking about the Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association. This is their product, basically, that is coming to Belize. So first, tell us a little bit about what Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association is all about.
Okay, so the Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association, commonly known as the CWWA, is a regional non-governmental association that was formed in Trinidad and Tobago in 1991. It was enacted by Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. This association is made up of water, wastewater, and solid waste professionals and practitioners in the region, right? BWS became a part of CWWA back in 2007, and part of the CWWA aim or mission is to encourage training and development for practitioners within the industry, as well as to exchange best practices, look at technology for the development and sustainability of water utilities across the region. Okay, so since BOS became a part of it in 2007, we have attended conferences across the Caribbean. And like you rightly mentioned, this is the first time that it is being held in Belize, and we're so proud to show our culture and our beautiful Belize, because part of the professional part of the conference, you also get to, we have a technical tour that you get to see other parts of Belize as well.
Nice.
So it's all just business as usual, but they get to enjoy the culture, rich culture of our country. So we're happy to host the conference this year.
And how do you feel about that as a chair? You know, you're the chair of this entire planning committee.
Yes.
And the excitement of bringing, you know, that entire conference to your country, and you getting, you know, you form part of BWS, but, you know, belonging to this committee has to make you feel a little bit more special.
Of course. But Elmer, I am not the only person involved in the planning of the conference, so we have different committee chairs, so they assist with the planning as well. But I do feel excited. I am proud of what is happening in Belize. The conference will be from the period October 28th to the 24th, like Ms. Rash had mentioned, no? And it will bring together different delegates. We have high-level officials, ministers, head of utilities that will attend the conference. For the entire week of the conference, there are activities for specific days. The Monday, I will mention just the special activities first. So for the Monday, we will be having the opening ceremony, which will be from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. So on Monday, we'll be having the opening ceremony. On Tuesday of that week, we'll be having a charity event, which will be a 5K/walk/run. For that charity event, the proceeds from that charity event will go to Hope Haven, the children's home here in San Pedro. So I invite the people from San Pedro to participate in that charity event. It starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. From in front of Grand Caribe, we'll go towards the bridge and then return back. On the Wednesday, we'll have the AGM, the CWWA AGM. While that meeting is an official meeting for the CWWA, it's not open to the delegates unless you're a paid member of the CWWA, you know. And then on the Thursday, we have the closing ceremony, the awards cocktail and closing ceremony. So at that ceremony, we'll give out some plaques for best booth, best paper, and of course for our gold awardees, individuals who have made an impact in the water industry, no? Right. And on the Friday, we'll be having the technical tours, where there are two options. You either get to choose to go to Ho-Chan Marine Reserve and visit the San Pedro Water Treatment Plant, BWS's RO plant, or you go to Double Run or Water Treatment Plant in Ladyville and the brewery. I failed to mention that on the Tuesday is our cultural night. That is the most anticipated activity. Yeah. That's where we will showcase our food. We have Chef Sean who will be doing food for us. We will have the Garifuna Collective who will be doing a performance for us, and Los Hijos del West. So that is the most anticipated.
So Benke is coming too.
Yes, Benke is coming.
And then just so the band then just win a big prize for Belize.
Yes.
All right. Okay, now explain to us how is it that you become a member, because I'm pretty sure that if you secure membership, then you're you're able to reach out to more things inside the conference.
Right.
So how is it that you form part of become a member of the CWWA?
Okay, so of course we subscribe to be members since we're in the water industry, and we have professionals and practitioners that work with us, of course, in the technical field. So part of being a paid member, you get to collaborate at these conferences, and like I mentioned, is that it's an annual event and you get to attend these conferences, of course at a reduced rate. Being a member, you get to pay a reduced rate. Now at the conferences, we have approximately over 60 expertise that will be there, or experts that will be there at the conference, that will share their technical papers, right? And those papers basically express whatever technology, whatever best practices that different countries have faced and have met different challenges. You know, in the Caribbean, we all face the same water challenge, some of the same water challenges,
right,
which includes the big one, climate change, climate crisis right now, which can cause flooding. We have droughts as well. So some of the NRW, what we call non-revenue water, that's the big loss of water that we produce but we do not get to bill or collect for. It's called NRW, non-revenue water. And I'm proud to say that BOS, it has the lowest, or one of the lowest in the region right now. Yes, we have moved from 60% back in 2000 to right now an alarming below 25%.
That's a big jump.
Exactly, because part of visiting these conferences everywhere, we have seen technology, we've seen equipment that are used by other exhibitors, because besides the conference, we have exhibitors that comes as well to the conference, and they showcase their latest technology equipment that they have for the different challenges that we face.
Right.
So it's an opportunity for different water companies to come and see what's there. So we capitalize on that by attending these conferences every year, and it becomes meaningful for us because we put whatever we have learned into practice, and therefore that is one of the objective, the benefits of attending. Also, what we get to do is that part of the conference we usually have what we call IFIs, international funding agencies, right? This is the IDB, Inter-American Development Bank, the Caribbean Development Bank, the World Bank. We have the latest on the scene, CAF, which is the Central American and Latin American Bank. And so these agencies collaborate with CWWA and other agency CAWASA within the region. And what they do, they provide, many a times they provide what we call technical cooperations or grants for entities to access. And part of these grants is that they will do like pilot projects in different areas and see what is the outcome, test different technology, test different equipment. They also assist with financing for these utilities. For example, the IDB is looking at funding for a water system, right, for Kikaka. So the thing is that collaborating with these IFIs, they also come to the conference as well. So they look at the utility to see the utility for financial performance, operational performance, look at all their KPIs, key performance indicators, and then they say, listen, they'll reach out to that utility and say, listen, we want to offer you something. We want to offer you funding. We want to offer you financing, right? And at times, you know, as utility providers, we try to look for more concessionary rates so that at the end of the day, we don't have to pass on exorbitant rates to customers. So besides collaborating with these IFIs, we also, like I said, get to network as well with other practitioners and professionals in the field. You know, and now what we've realized is that we've built long-term relations with some of these personnels in the industry, in the area. So when you meet again, it's like, you know, every year you meet, it's like just like we have just met yesterday, because we keep in contact. If there's an issue that we have that we cannot resolve, then they could be the expert and they could tell us, okay, we have utilized. Like one of the things that we have done since being a part of the CWWA is that we have met persons from the Global Water Partnership. That's what they call GWAPA. And so that organization helped us to get directly connected with another company that has the same issue like us. So for example, we had an issue with our water quality in Cayo, San Ignacio, where we had terrible high levels of iron in the water. And so when we went that year, we expressed that with people that we met. And we ended up twinning with another organization. I think it was Guyana. We twinned with Guyana, and they said, listen, they use Sequest. And so we managed to get that link with that supplier, and we're utilizing Sequest now in Cayo, and now that gives us better water quality. So you see that it's not just attending these conferences to just attend, but we exchange and we get vital knowledge from this exchange and being a partner of CWWA.
And then in that way, we, you know, become also a better country, because if we provide clean, potable water for our people, safe water, then we have healthy population.
Of course.
So, well, I'm really glad to hear that. I mean, it's a good opportunity for persons to join this then and be able to learn.
Yes.
And even share your own experiences, because I'm sure Belize has had best practices also in the past, so you're able to share that with other people too. At how many people do you expect at a conference?
Oh wow, this is the biggest ever.
Really?
Yes, Kira.
So we're expecting like over 400 attendees to come to the conference. So San Pedro, be prepared.
Yes.
Get ready. There will be an influx of people between the 28th to the 24th. I mean, I expect them to come from the Friday of before the conference, no? So just get ready for that. Prepare what you need to prepare.
Yes. We need them to get ready. And also, as our team indicates for this year, engineering progress together, collective action for a connected region. And what this CWWA is doing is bringing people from Mexico. We have invited people from Mexico, from the Caribbean, from Central America, and we're also bringing people from South America as well, including Bolivia, Brazil. So the whole conference this year is concentrating on connecting the entire region, because first it was just the Caribbean, but now we're bringing the entire region together for a collective effort, because we want to progress water, wastewater, and sanitation, solid waste as well. You know, that's always a conversation to be had. And so we are expecting, like Kira said, a lot of people. We want to welcome them heart warmly to San Pedro, and you know, I mean, San Pedro is a beautiful place, and that's the reason why we choose to have the conference here. We know that the island can definitely hold that amount of people, can accommodate that amount of people, and we definitely want to encourage all the schools as well. And we want to say a big shout out to San Pedro Junior College, because they have accepted our invitation for them to be a part of the conference as well. So they will be assisting us with the conference as well.
Great. What are some of the things that you are looking for in terms of results of the conference? So by the time the 4-day conference is over with, what are some of the results that you want to come out from the conference?
Okay, so one of the biggest thing is that Kira mentioned earlier that we'll be having ministers of government from many countries. I think we might even expect some prime ministers or presidents from countries as well. One of the biggest thing that we want to achieve is what we call the Declaration of San Pedro and Burgers Key. That declaration basically will be a memorandum of understanding with all the head of utilities and prime ministers to give their resounding support for us to progress the call for action to move the water industry or water sector to another level. So in the past, we just used to just have these conferences, and you know, you don't materialize, things don't materialize. But now, if we get the persons that are in charge to give their commitment for them to move forward in making these promises into action, that is what we're looking for. So that is something that we hope to achieve at the end of the conference.
The San Pedro Declaration.
Yes.
Wow, interesting. That sounds like a lot of work for 4 days, but I'm sure it can be done as long as there is that commitment from different people. And obviously these people who come to the conference are people who have vested interest in making sure that we have safe water in our countries. So when we come back, my friends, we're going to take a short commercial break, but when we come back, we will be speaking about the conference itself. And I am told that we are already in that phase where we call late registration. So we're going to tell you how is it that you can secure your place still yet and attend this conference. It's a rich conference where you can collaborate, you can share, and you can network with people from across our region, not only the Caribbean, but people from North America, because Mexico is coming, and our friends in South America. It's 20 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We're going to be right back right after this break. Don't go away.
At Benny's, we have tiles to match any decor, whether it's classic, modern, or bold. Visit a Benny's store near you to meet with a sales representative that will assist you in calculating and selecting the right tiles for your floors and walls. Choose from our vast assortment of colors, textures, styles, and finishes. The perfect tile for every space at a price that can't be beat. Whether you're renovating your kitchen or finishing your ideal office space, Benny's Tile Gallery has it all. Benny's, quality and savings.
On 8 October 2025, voters of Key Cocker Village in the Belize Rural South Electoral Division will have an opportunity to be a part of history by voting in a referendum. It is your decision and choice to vote. Exercise it. Let your decision be your choice. Disabled, elderly, and pregnant women will be given priority. The voter enters the polling station and shows her voter identification card. The poll clerk announces her name in an audible voice. The first poll clerk verifies the particulars of the voter on the voters list, while the second poll clerk verifies the particulars in the electoral binder. The voter's name is then ruled off from the voters list. The voter is then required to show her right index finger to ensure that she has not yet voted. The voter's right finger is then dipped up to the first joint in the indelible ink. The voter is then directed to the presiding officer, who initials the ballot paper and issues it to the voter. The voter then proceeds to the polling booth and marks a cross in the box of her choice on the right-hand side of the ballot paper. When the voter has marked her vote, she folds the ballot paper so as to conceal the vote, shows the presiding officer her initials, and then places the ballot paper inside the ballot box. The voter then exits the polling station. Remember, you are permitted to vote for a yes or no choice only. Electors are encouraged to take along their voter identification card to their polling station to facilitate the process. Your ballot paper will be considered void and not counted if it does not have the presiding officer's initial, the voter has voted for more than one choice, the ballot paper is not marked for any choice, the ballot paper contains any writing or marking that can identify the voter, and the ballot paper is unmarked or void for uncertainty. Let your choice be your voice. A message brought to you by the Election and Boundaries Department.
Mientras el pueblo de Key Cocker se prepara para el próximo referéndum sobre la legalización de la marihuana, la Diócesis Católica Romana de Belize City, Belmopan, ofrece esta guía. La voz de la Iglesia sigue firme. Como cristianos y ciudadanos, estamos llamados a proteger la vida, defender las familias y buscar el bien común en nuestra querida nación de Belice. La tradición católica nos recuerda que nuestros cuerpos son templos del Espíritu Santo. El Papa San Juan Pablo II advirtió que el abuso de drogas empobrece a toda comunidad donde existe. El Papa Francisco ha hablado con igual claridad contra los intentos de legalizar drogas recreativas, declarando que la adicción a las drogas es un mal, y con el mal no puede haber concesiones ni compromisos. Advirtió que la legalización es altamente cuestionable y no resuelve el problema. En cambio, nos urgió a decir sí a la vida, sí al amor, sí a los demás, sí a la educación, sí a mayores oportunidades de empleo. Por esta razón, Belice no puede permitirse legalizar la marihuana. La experiencia de otros países muestra los daños que siguen. Si se legaliza la marihuana, uno, dañará a nuestra juventud, haciendo que las drogas parezcan normales, reduciendo la capacidad de aprendizaje y aumentando el abandono escolar. Dos, dañará a las familias, afectando a los padres, alimentando la violencia y debilitando los lazos de amor y cuidado. 3. Amenazará la salud, llevando a más adicciones, depresiones accidentes y enfermedades mentales. 4. Minará el turismo, alejando los visitantes familiares y reemplazándolos con buscadores de drogas. 5. Fortalecerá el crimen, dando más oportunidades de lucro a los carteles y mercados negros. Y por último, 6. Correrá los valores morales, corroerá los valores morales, enviando el mensaje que los intoxicantes son aceptables, incluso deseables. Como seguidores de Cristo, estamos llamados no a escapar la vida, sino a abrazarla. La marihuana no construye a Belice, la destruye. Por estas razones, la diócesis llama a todos los fieles católicos y personas de buena voluntad en Key Cocker a formar sus conciencias y a votar no en el referéndum. Esto es un deber cívico y una responsabilidad moral para proteger a nuestros niños, preservar a nuestras familias y mantener a Belice como una joya, no como una víctima de la cultura de las drogas. Oremos juntos por la sabiduría y unidad en este momento de decisión. Oficina del Administrador Diocesano Belize City. Entonces yo los invito, vamos a poner este mensaje en español, también el video que acabo de hacer en Facebook para que lo compartan, o si conocen a alguien que vive en Key Cocker, todos conocemos a alguien, avísenles que voten no.
Are you ready?
Avance do.
Hurricane Preparedness 2025.
Real Island Safety. Join us every Mondays and Tuesdays on Reef TV for Are You Ready? Hurricane Preparedness 2025. It is exactly 11 minutes away from 8 o'clock, my friends. We're back on Good Morning San Pedro to continue our conversation with our friends from Belize Water Service, who are here to not only inform us about this conference, but also to teach us a few things. We've learned that, water in Cayo has improved drastically because they belong to the CWWA. And the conference is coming to San Pedro, and we're in that phase where we call the late registration. We want to talk about that because we want you to not miss this opportunity, because you can be something spectacular. Right. So we want to ask Kira, how do we get there? Late registration, explain to us the process.
Okay, so thank you for that, Elmer. So as you mentioned rightly, we are in the late registration period. For the rates for the registration, we have 600 for CWWA members and 750 for non-members, right? Mm-hmm. So to register, we have a very meticulous conference page on the CWWA.net website. So you go to CWWA.net, and on that page you will see a conference tab. So right there is a registration tab. Mm-hmm. You select register here, mm-hmm. and then there's a form that you complete with your name, email address, all the personal information, right. And then you submit. Thereafter, you will be provided with an invoice where you can make payment to the local account that we have set up here in Belize, mm-hmm. for local people, or if you're signing up internationally, you can pay to the CWWA account, or you could still pay to the BWS account. Okay. And this is the 33rd annual CWWA? 34th.
Oh, the 34th?
Yes.
Wow. So you imagine how much things has happened in 34 years. If it wasn't because of CWWA, I think our water system would still be in jeopardy.
Well,
but, you know,
not really,
I mean, what I'm saying is that so many things we've learned as different countries from, you know, attending this conference in particular, and that has helped us to grow, you know, in the water industry. And so, you were saying earlier today that the conference will have different parts, and so what I'm assuming is that in one day, different sessions will be happening for different topics, right?
Yes. So thank you for that again, Elmer. While I only mentioned the special activities, no, we are having technical sessions and an exhibition booth within the week as well. So for the Tuesday to the Thursday of that conference week, we'll be having technical sessions and a expo type at the exhibition hall, no, at the West Room of Grand Caribe. That technical sessions is where we have experts who will come in and present on their papers. For the exhibition booth, we have customers and vendors who will come in and showcase their products and services. Like what Ms. Rash said, we were able to learn from a different technology that they have. So right now, we invite the hoteliers to come and see the vendors that we'll be having there, because they will have like specialized pumps that could probably help them with their water system at their specific hotels, no? So yes, we will be having the technical session from the Tuesday to the Thursday and the exhibition from the Tuesday to the Thursday.
Is this a conference where, because I know in other conferences that I've been able to attend, not basically water, but you know, other conferences, the country where it happens, they normally like take in students to come in and see too. Is that also part of the mechanism?
Yes, that is indeed a part of it. So we will be having a student day on the last day of the exhibition, which will be the Thursday of the exhibition.
And I think it's a good opportunity for these students to be exposed, you know, because it might trigger an interest of, you know, I want to study water when I get, and we obviously want to feed that into the young minds of our Belizean students.
And as you say that, part of the conference is that we put out a call for companies to sponsor what we call young professionals in the industry. And as you know, we're not here to turn rockstone. We need, as we move on, we need younger generation to pick up and move on with the industry. So yes, it's an opportunity for us to attract young professionals to see what is there for them to explore and to be a part of. I mean, water is life, you know, and we want people to understand the importance of it. While it's a cheap commodity, it is life. I mean, you know, you could live without food and without electricity, but you can't live without water, right? So we know that it's an essential commodity, and it feels good to know that you're doing a best for the development of the country as well. I mean, we are so lucky that we live in a country where we don't have waterborne disease. I mean, you have other countries where people are suffering from cholera and different other waterborne disease. I mean, our water is safe to drink. You can turn that water from the tap and can drink that water because it's safe for you to drink. You know, so yes, indeed, going back to what you're saying, yes, we want to attract young professionals at the conference so that they could start to become a part of the progression and development of the water industry in Belize.
And when we were, you know, during the break, you mentioned something that's, you know, stayed in my mind. Water is everybody's business, because I think that is a message we need to send out there and repeatedly send it out there. We've been so... We've suited ourselves in a comfort zone where if you're brushing your teeth, people still left the pipe open.
Running, yeah.
And they don't, while we do have that comfort right now of, you know, having a lot of water in Belize, there will come a time when we might be needing, you know, water and we don't have. So when you mentioned that, you know, water is everybody's business, I think that is something that we have to constantly be sending out there.
Right.
And I believe that BWS did have a commercial once that spoke to that. You know, like when you're brushing your teeth, your clothes.
Right, water conservation. Yes, we do. Yeah, because I mean, as much as we want to collect for the water used, we want to stress on conservation. Thank God so far, Belize, we haven't experienced any water scarcity as such. But I tell you, in the other Caribbean nations, they have experienced water scarcity. You know, like you said, we take for granted having a 24/7 operations where water is on 99% of the time. In some other Caribbean nations, I tell you, some of them only have water 3 times for the week.
Really?
Yes, and I was shocked too, like 3 times for the week. So what you guys do? So you know, and so it all forms part of the water availability and the water scarcity and shortages that some of these countries experience. So yes, we're happy to have water here, but like you rightly point out, it will not be for infinity. I mean, we have to make sure that we preserve and we conserve water as well. So.
Well, I want to take this opportunity, my friends, to give you the opportunity to say your last message to our people, to San Pedro, to Key Cocker, and in fact, our morning show is available across the country, across the world, because we're streaming on YouTube and on Facebook as well. So I want to give you a few minutes to you know, give your final words.
Sure. So I just want to invite everybody. We have vendors, we have all our customers, we have all our practitioners, all our professionals in the water industry. We want to encourage you to come to San Pedro to attend this conference. It will be very meaningful. It's the biggest conference ever in the region, and we want you to be a part of it. And San Pedranos, we want to say thank you in advance for accommodating us and for hosting this conference. We know that you'll be very friendly and open and heartwarming and welcoming our visitors as they come and visit this beautiful island. So we want to encourage everyone to the 34th conference of CWWA.
Yes, and in addition to that, Elmer, especially since you said that you're streaming all over, I want to remind people that they could still sponsor the event, no? Even though it's in 2 weeks, we are still accepting sponsorship for the event. It will help us a lot to bring the event to light, no? And I would also like to big up the sponsors that we have already. Okay, so we have Camstrop, Deal Metering, Mia Water, the Government of Belize, Continental Utility Solutions Inc. KUSI, Advanced Equipment and Services, National Institute of Culture and History, the Public Utilities Commission, Bowen and Bowen, Digi Business or official connectivity partner, Atlantic Bank, Belize Bank, Travelers Liquors, Doones Limited, Traeger Brothers, Caribbean Tire, Champion Security, our hotel partners, Grand Caribe, Sunset Caribe, Bananas on the Beach, Alea Belize, Ramon's Village Resort, Las Terrazas, our event partner, Madisco, and of course our travel partners, Maya Island Air, Tropic Air, San Pedro Belize Express, and our very own ATM Golf Cart from San Pedro.
All right, there you have it, my friends. And now you know all the information that you need. If you need to see a repeat of this, you can always find a copy on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel. It's the 34th conference, the Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association here in San Pedro, under the theme Engineering Progress Together, Collective Action for a Connected Region. The time is now 8 o'clock in the morning. I want to say thank you, ladies, for coming this morning from Belize City to share this information with us and to our viewers, to our listeners who form part of the morning show. Thank you very much. We join you again tomorrow at 7 in the morning for another episode. We have one announcement to make, and that is that there will be a water interruption for San Pedro on Thursday morning between the hours of 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. BWS has some work to do, and so that is the reason why the entire San Pedro will be affected. And again, it's on Thursday, October 9, 2025. That's all we have for you, my friends. My name is Elmer Cornejo. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay connected with us on 92.3 FM for good music and on Channel 20 Reef TV and Coral Cable Vision for great programming. See you next time. This is Good Morning San Pedro.
At Castillo's Do It Best Hardware on Pescador Drive, we give you the best value for all your construction needs in San Pedro. From electrical to paint, to plumbing, to household appliances, we offer a wide array of modern and stylish designs for your home or office. Thinking of changing your look this year? Visit Castillo's Hardware. Our new computerized paint matching system is able to mix paint to match any color, offering you unequal convenience. Just choose any of our high-quality do-it-best indoor or outdoor paints, and our trained paint specialists will scan the color and mix the paint on the spot, bringing your color to life. Details matter, and we do it best at Castillo's Hardware.
Are you ready?
I want to do.
Hurricane Preparedness 2025.
Real Island Safety. Join us every Mondays and Tuesdays on Reef TV for Are You Ready? Hurricane Preparedness 2025.